everybody? It's your boy, the talented Mr. Taka. I got Boltman over here, aka Dave, throwing it down. We going over the bets. Yesterday, we were divided on the lines, and we both got one extremely right and extremely wrong. I mean, the Bills didn't work on the Pats, which I had thought, but that Raiders upset didn't really come through.
The stage was too big for Derek.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was him, but that offensive line really fucked him in the ass.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many holdings and offsides and so many like penalties or false starts that team had, especially on that final drive. I think it was 3 different times that they got penalized for something on the offensive line doing that drive, which was absolutely ridiculous.
Leatherwood's been like that all year, man.
Yeah. I was on
He's got to go.
Yeah, he's been horrible. And then the other 2 guys caught one all on the same. This is not even talking about what happened in the first half, because in the first half they looked atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
When Peyton Barber took the kickoff.
Talking about what happened in the first half, because
it was just a bit crazy to see what happened.
Yeah.
But today and tomorrow we have 4 great games. We're talking about the Eagles and the Bucs. We're talking about the 49ers and the Cowboys. You got the Chiefs and the Steelers, and then you got the Cardinals and the Rams. In the first game up, it's the Bucs and the Eagles. I personally am all in all the way on the Bucs in this game. I think there's no way in hell the Eagles win, even despite the Bucs not activating Leonard Fournette. But how are you feeling in regards to this particular matchup?
That is news to me. I thought Leonard Fournette got activated in this past week.
No, so Levante David, Vita Vey, and all these other guys got activated. But when we're looking at Leonard Fournette, he is not. It's going to be a Giovanni Bernard, and it's going to be Le'Veon Bell game in the backfield, because I believe that Vaughn is still hurt too, right? So it's going to be really interesting,
please.
It'll be really interesting to see how this game shakes out. I mean, I think Tom Brady still is able to pull it off, even
he's Tom Brady
games. Yep.
He's Tom Brady. He's done a lot more with a lot less. He's still got Mike Evans. He's still got Gronk.
Yep.
That run game's gonna be hurt. I will say that's gonna steer me away from taking the spread, I think, though.
Yeah.
Because they only beat him by like a touchdown earlier in the year, maybe less.
Yeah. And what I was also going to say is that Scotty Miller prop bet that you did with him getting 8 yards looks a lot better, because anytime touchdown Gronk, anytime touchdown Mike Evans feels a little bit safer with all those guys out. And then 8.5 on Scotty Miller is pretty cake. And then it's an alternate reverse spread where it's like negative 2.5. So I think just as long as it's a close game, you win that. So to me, that's a layup bet. Like I have to take that bet, all things considered. It may miss, but for my money, that's a good way to spend $10 when you can win 91 on it.
Yeah.
And just for context, I gotta log in. That's the one thing about these things, man. These shits log you out so fast.
Yeah, they do. It's ridiculous. You keep it closed for 5 minutes, it's done.
Yeah.
I just locked that bet in. I threw 11 on it just to take me over that 100 margin.
Yep. All right. So where was it? Not settled. Active. So this was the bet that I took. I bet 10 and the payout is 120. So I got it actually at a little better odds, because I got it at plus 1106. I think you're getting it at plus 9 and change for the Scotty Miller one. But to me, that looks like a must take. Just a must take.
Absolutely.
And then this is one that I had put together for the next game. So just go over it again. We don't think there's a chance in hell that the Eagles could win. I would take the Bucs money line. I would take the Bucs versus the spread. Like you said, it's a little bit dicey to take that versus the spread, only because they're down so many players that I could see them winning by a field goal or so. Final drive field goal by Brady. So it could be a little bit closer, but I just don't see any way that they lose this game.
Yeah, I don't either, and I'm skeptical to take the spread.
How you feel about the over under 47?
I feel like that could go either way, honestly. Like you're gonna have to get at least 30 of those points from from Tampa Bay
Yes.
in order to hit that.
Yep. It kind of makes me feel like going a little bit on the under on this one.
Yeah.
But because I want to kind of do like a crazy bet during the day. So what I've been debating is doing a Bucs money line wager 290, but I only win $85. So I'm like, is that even worth the risk? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think Pittsburgh covers that 12.5 point spread?
See, that is interesting.
That's big. That's big numbers in the playoffs.
Yeah. So I guess before we get to that game, let's quickly hit the 49ers and Cowboys. Because that game to me is going to be oh, excuse me. Oh, and I bit my tongue at the same time. To me, this is the one game that's going to be a competition. Like all the other games are like, I think we're pretty confident on, the favorites pulling it out. Although the Cardinals and Rams game should be pretty solid. But for the game today, this is the only one that's going to be close, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think that the 49ers can pull an upset on this.
That's who I'm taking in this. And I think their biggest thing is they have to establish the run early.
Yes.
Because they can run the ball so many different ways. And if they can get
Yes.
Deebo Samuel on those end arounds and get a good run game in the trenches, I think that the 49ers are going to be able to pull this off because that D-line is going to be frozen.
Yeah, and I think that Jimmy G, they got him back, and he looks like he's, I'm not going to say he's a superstar, but Jimmy G can get the job done. Yep. And that's what you need with a team that can run and that has good defense, has a good pass rush, because they have a really good pass rush down there with the 49ers. Absolutely. And I expect them to put some good work into the Cowboys. And the Cowboys, if you look at how the Cowboys have been playing over the last couple of games, they've been struggling a bit on offense. Yes, they did have a great game versus the Eagles. We're playing mostly backups. But other than that, it's not like we're sitting here and saying the Cowboys were rolling. And the defense, the defense is much improved. We saw that Diggs is one of the most targeted cornerbacks. So, yes, he has all his interceptions, but he also gave up a lot of yards this season.
Yep. He gave up the most in the league, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, I think if it's going to be an interesting situation, I do think that the 49ers can move the ball.
Yep. And you really don't need with a run game like that, you don't need an all-star at QB. You just need somebody who can make the right throws at the right times.
Yep. Now, I mean, looking at some of these passing props, they have Jimmy G at 248 and Dak at 280. I feel like if the Cowboys are going to win, you don't want Dak having to throw over 300. You ideally want Zeke in the running game to be able to.
And Tony Pollard's back too.
Yeah. Like ideally that's what they would want. They would want Dak to throw for like 250, 260. He'll have like 2 or 3 touchdowns, but they want to have like 150 yards on the ground so they could eat clock. This is the playoffs. In the playoffs, the running game is a lot more important.
Absolutely.
But the only thing
more important to be able to stop it too.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is that over the first 2 games, you've seen a lot of passing. Like a lot of pass. Although Singletary did get decent work and Josh Allen did run for a decent amount. So Josh Allen, I mean, it's just unique. But
I was shocked about that game.
With how cold it was and how much they threw, I was a little bit shocked. I agree. The good thing is this game is pure in a dome, so there's going to be no weather influencing any of our bets. I think that Jimmy G, I don't feel confident about either one of these. Like
the over or the under, because he could go either way.
Yeah,
it really could, especially with the yards after the catch playing into his passing yards.
Yep, and the question is how much are they going to use Eli and Deebo in the backfield?
Yep,
because it could be a game where they just run like crazy, and if they have the lead, I definitely don't think 248 is going to happen. Like 200 for Josh Allen, I was sweating until the third quarter because I was like, they were rubbing it in though. So like the Bills were definitely rubbing that in. At a certain point in time, I thought they would have taken their guys out and rested them because it was so cold. I was like, when they had the thick 6 at the end, I was like, what the hell? So, like, in that game, they totally went above and beyond. In this game, I don't think it's going to be as much of a blowout, and I don't think it's going to be as easy for, like, Jimmy G to get 300 yards plus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't even know if he can get 250 with the way they operate because I feel like it'll lean more towards the run.
Yeah, that's a bet I'd probably stay away from is Jimmy G's over under.
Yep.
And Dak, I mean, is Dak, he can throw 500 yards in a game if he has to.
That is true. That is true, but the question is this a game where they lean on Dak and let him rock? Because if you let Dak rock, right? Let's see, you take the over on that. And wins you 9, so it's not great, but it's not bad. You're basically like doubling your money.
It's good if you put up big money.
Yeah, like if I put 100, I win 90.
Yep.
So I mean that's an interesting one to look at. I don't feel the safest about it, but if you're gonna talk about one of these two, I think I'd feel safer on going Dak on the over rather than any one of these two, because like you said, any given Sunday, Dak has the capabilities to ball out. But ideally, you would think that they don't want that situation to happen.
Exactly. I agree. They're going to want to establish their run game just like the 49ers are.
Yeah.
That's going to affect that pass rush a lot.
Yep. And if we look at like the rushing props, they have 79 yards for Eli Mitchell, 30 yards for Debo. They only have 50 yards for Ezekiel Elliott, which I find 50 yards for Zeke Elliott, which is kind of low. I think they're kind of expecting him not to be
utilized that much. You can't even do Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I don't even see Scott Pollard here, which is interesting too. So there's not even a Scott Pollard attempt here, which I think would be a super interesting upside play. Who in daily I think would be a pretty cool play today.
Yeah,
all things considered, because I don't think Zeke's really had it this year. Wow. But yeah, I mean, I think we're both in unison here. I do think that the 49ers are able to pull this out just because, I mean, like I said, I do trust their defense and their offense overall. I know Jimmy G isn't as good as Dak Prescott, but I do think that the coaching system that the 49ers have give them an edge above, these Cowboys. And I love this bet, bro. Eli Mitchell rushing for over 79 yards. Debo rushing for over 30 yards. Kittle receiving over 50 yards. Debo over 63 receiving yards. Debo anytime touchdown. Mitchell anytime touchdown. Pays 336. I'm betting 10. Yeah, I made that one up myself because I was looking at it and I'm like, yo, Mitchell, like in games where the 49ers win, Mitchell is rushing for at least 80 yards or more.
Yeah.
And he's having at least 22 rushes. Debo has been hitting like roughly like 40 to 50 yards rushing, right? Kittle, if you're running Debo and Mitchell in the backfield, there's going to be more of a chance where Kittle's going to be probably the primary receiver, okay? And you figure that Debo is also going to be splitting out there. So I figured Debo is going to be the number one utilized guy in this game. He's going to be the it guy, so I have him on two sides. Kittle, I think, is going to get in work in passing. Mitchell working the rushing. Both, two guys scoring. I think that's a great bet.
So I'm making one right now similar to that. I took out Mitchell touchdown score. I kept Debo in there. I switched out Mitchell with Zeke.
Ooh,
and then I added the 49ers money line to it.
And what that come out to be?
$10 will pay you $583.
Ooh, 10 on 583.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so you went.
I got all the same ones. I took Niners money line and then Debo over 30 rushing yards.
Anytime touchdown Zeke. Anytime touchdown Debo.
No passing.
Receiving.
I got Kittle in there still.
You got Kittle over.
And
Debo over. Rushing. You took Eli Mitchell over and Debo over.
Yep.
And we'll put 10 here. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I'm placing that right now too.
I feel like for $10, that's not like it's like ridiculous. Like
it's nothing crazy. I think that obviously the biggest toss-ups is always going to be who gets in the end zone, and then taking that Niners money line too. But I'm confident that the Niners are going to be able to pull this one off as long as they play like they've been playing. If they play like they played against LA last week, then I think they got a good shot.
Yep. Plus, I already have a money line San Francisco bet, and I basically had all of this stuff in another bet already. So to me, it's like, okay, because this one I have I had money line San Fran. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't have money line on the other one. So I think that's a nice little spicy add to it.
Yeah, and you don't got to worry about who wins either.
And if I hit both of these two and fucking pull out, $1,000 on
That'd
20
be good.
bucks.
That's a good day.
Like, yo, just remember you heard it here first. You know what I mean? This is why I'm doing these lives now, just so that I have, like, you know what I mean? Put my thought process out there, have it on wax, and when I win a big one, I'm like, see, if you were watching the show, you would have known. And am I saying I'm gonna hit all of them? Absolutely not. It's impossible. Some of these are gonna miss, and it's gonna miss by stupid reasons. But for a $10, I say that that juice is worth the squeeze. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm using nothing but bonus funds right now.
Same, bro. Same. Like, yeah, it's and like, how much more football do we have left for this season? Like,
Exactly.
you know, man.
That's why I'm glad I got these bonus funds yesterday. So now I just got free bets for the playoffs.
Absolutely, bro. All right. So the next game here was Pittsburgh and the Chiefs. And you were saying earlier, like, 12.5 is a huge spread.
That's a huge difference for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Huge. I know they beat them by, I think, was 27 points a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But there's something about, like, just the playoff atmosphere.
Yeah.
Players play differently. They perform either better or a lot worse. And, you know, Big Ben knows what he's doing. He might be old. He may have lost a step, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to manage the game. Mike Tomlin obviously knows what he's doing in the playoffs.
And they got Juju back for this game.
And they got Juju back.
So I think that's going to make this a really interesting bet, just because personally I think the Chiefs could blow them out, but the Chiefs have been struggling a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they started to look good, but then they had that loss to the Bengals. I think that the game that they played versus the Broncos didn't look great. I think they're more susceptible to a running quarterback, so I think that matchup versus Josh Allen next week could be really bad. But this matchup versus the Steelers, I'm not stressing it at all.
No, I'd definitely take Kansas City in this game, but that spread's interesting.
I take Kansas City money line all day in this.
Yep.
Put it in a couple of parlays maybe, but at it being negative 700, just taking a Kansas City money line is almost pointless.
Yeah.
Because if I bet 280, I only win $40.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. That's $280 to win 40. If I bet 10, I win $1.43. It's like, yeah, you could bet it, but it's kind of pointless to bet. Like, the risk, like, they could possibly lose, or you could win $1. Like, it's not really that great in my opinion. I think that the Chiefs versus the spread, you know, is that
double it.
10 to 9? Is that worth it? That's pretty.
It depends on what you're putting on it.
Yeah, like that would be something that I would need to parlay.
Yeah,
it's a couple of things, but I don't really like
cover. That's my question. Does Pittsburgh cover? Do they lose by less than 2 touchdowns?
I don't know, and that because it's negative 110, so basically it's even. It's you just double your money up. Okay, so I'm starting to understand what these net. So negative 110 basically just means I'm going to get 909 back.
Yep.
All right, I'm starting to pick up this whole gambling shtick. I don't know. I think I might stay away from that and go to more player props in this type of game.
That's what I'm doing. I like to throw spreads and money lines into the props sometimes, Steve. But I see why you wouldn't want to do that at the same time, or have extra ones that only have players in them because it doesn't matter who wins or loses.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that Pittsburgh can keep it close.
Yeah, and then what was the over under on this? So here's the thing: if it's 46.5 and they have them winning by 12, like, they really have the Steelers putting up shit. But the Steelers look so bad versus the Ravens in that last game. I don't know.
They scored over that in their last matchup, right?
The Chiefs,
what, 37-10, I think,
versus the last matchup versus the Steelers.
Yeah.
Oof.
That was week 16. No, week 17.
So Clyde Edwards is out for this game, so it's definitely going to be a Daryl Williams game. Low key, I think McKinnon is actually pretty decent for daily fantasy. It's interesting that they don't have Gore here. I think Gore would. Oh, there we go. Probably Gore.
36-10 was their last matchup.
So it would be under.
That's under. That's 46 points exactly.
And even if it's 26-20,
Yeah.
Ugh, ah, do I think?
This is a hard one to take anybody really on.
Yeah, like I it's so like
for Chiefs money line, which is pointless unless you parlay it.
Yep. Like like a lot of that stuff, I feel like I would stay away from.
Even parlaying that minus 700 though, you're not like $10 with the parlay that I have set up right here. $10 would only win me $68, which is not terrible.
No,
but
that's actually not too bad when you think about it.
So this is what I have right now. It's not locked in yet.
Huh?
I have Kansas City money line. Mecole Hardman over 26 receiving yards. Travis Kelce under 70 yards receiving. And Travis Kelce anytime touchdown.
I have an anytime touchdown with Evans, Gronk, and him. I think he's going to score this week, Kelce. I do. He's a big red zone target. You're missing your running back.
Mm-hmm.
I do see that as being possible. I do like it. Damn, Pat Mahomes over 280. I think I have him over 250 in another one on Caesars.
And they do have the alternates. No, they don't have them for this game.
That Mecole Hardman over 25 yards kind of feels like it's a smash, right?
Yeah. But they do use him. Well, I know they use him in end rounds. But I know that they do that weird little where he where he ends around and then Patrick Mahomes just like shuffle passes to him.
Let's pull up some stats here. Still a little research for the audience as we're live. All right, so in his last 3 games, he's had 30, 53, 103. In his last 4 games, he's gone over 30. In that Thursday game versus the Chargers, he only had 11, and that was the big game for Hill and Kelce. But other than that, Hill and Kelce have been trending down as far as their usage. We know that there's a little tweak that Tyreek Hill was dealing with earlier. So let me just see something.
Yeah, his heel, I think.
Yeah, let's pull up Tyreek Hill injury report.
He hurt it warming up. Did you watch that game against Cincinnati?
So I came in near the end, so I only heard the reports, but I didn't.
He was doing warm-ups, and I think it was Mecole Hardman covering him, and he mossed Mecole Hardman in warm-ups, and I think that's when he tweaked his heel.
He suffered a heel injury. He was able to fully practice on Wednesday, but he went from full to limited.
I wonder if that's just him resting him.
I think, to me, that's what logically would make sense.
Yeah.
But also at this point in time, God knows. I don't believe it's a large issue. Suffered a heel. Okay, I am smashing the Mecole Hardman.
Okay, tell me what you think about this one. I got Kelce anytime touchdown, Kelce under 70 receiving, Mecole Hardman over 26 or over 25.5, Kansas City money line, and then Mahomes 250 plus.
That's not bad. I got a 250 plus for Mahomes.
10 wins me 110.
Especially with them having no Clyde, this could definitely be a Mahomes game.
The only thing that really scares me on that is the under on Kelce.
What happens if you just take the Kelce out?
It goes down to $35.
Let's see here.
I could put something else in there that seems a little more safe.
Let me see something.
How's the Chiefs' run defense?
Not 100% sure.
The Chiefs' run defense.
Let me see. Running back. They are 28th defensive rank, 21st versus the pass, 29 versus the pass, 21 versus the run.
They are second to last in yards per carry, defending yards per carry.
That's not good.
And they allow 4.8 yards per carry, and Pittsburgh's last with allowing 5 yards per carry.
Of course. Of course. Damn. I almost want to hit the under on the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I was looking at that one too. That's what I was thinking about, taking Kelsey's out and putting Hills in there as the under. It's a little bit less of a win, but it's still 10 wins you 87 with the one I have set up.
Yeah.
But you never know with Tyreek Hill either, because he can make one big play that busts that 70 yards wide open.
Yeah, you are 100% right. Okay. So I got Mecole Hardman and the Chiefs. 10 wins me 11. Now let's go hunting for something else that we can throw in here. Anytime TD.
What about Mahomes? Over or under 18.5 rushing?
Oof. With what you're telling me, I want to say over.
Yeah.
Think about it. If they're that bad versus the run and you're missing everybody, there might be a couple of design, and he's the guy that can break out of the pocket and run.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think he's probably been under that. Najee Harris, anytime touchdown. With how bad they are versus the run, I feel like a Najee touchdown might be.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. Do you think Juju could score?
He's been out of the game for a little while, and I know Deontay Johnson's Big Ben's favorite target.
Yeah, he is. But I
think I'm going to take that Najee one and lock it in.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm going to lock this one in. 10 wins me 94.
That's not bad.
Got to hit something today.
Yep.
I'm confident in that Tampa Bay one, though.
Yeah, that Tampa Bay one feels pretty good. Okay, so let's see here. Who am I looking up here? I'm looking up Daryl Williams. What are your stats, Daryl Williams? Um, 14 for 88, 11 for 55, 11 for 55.
FanDuel was having this promo for new users, and I told you I got my buddy to sign up for FanDuel yesterday. So he got 30-1 odds on Chiefs money line.
That's what I did that for my girl yesterday, and she has the Bucs money line.
Yeah, five wins. How much? 150. 150.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's a sweet one.
Yeah, that's that's a free $150.
That's how I see it. I don't see there's any way that the Eagles pull that one out. Damn, I don't know. Do I go anytime score Daryl Williams or Derek Gore?
I locked in. I took out that under on Travis Kelce and put anytime touchdown for Najee.
Yep, I got Chiefs money line. I got Mecole Hardman. I got Najee. Let me see. TD. Do I want TD? No, I want rushing props. Rushing props. Where we at? Najee's over under 63. Daryl Williams is over under 56. Daryl Williams had 55 in his last game versus these guys. He had 88 versus the Bengals. Najee Harris. Let me just see something. Najee Harris had 93 yards versus the Steelers. So I'm going to take Najee Harris in the over in his yards. Daryl Williams. I don't know why I want to take the over on Daryl Williams at 56. Like, I don't know what it is about that just keeps looking at me like, you want it. You want it. 16 and a half. The only thing is I can't parlay this, I don't think, right?
That's a lot of attempts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at Najee, his last game, he had 28, 19, 12, 20, 21. He's a good bet to get over it, but the only thing is we can't like parlay that. Rushing plus receiving.
You can't parlay that with his yards, or you just can't parlay it at all.
I don't think you could parlay it at all.
I know there's some with like same players. I think it's either touchdowns or you can't parlay other stuff. I don't know. There's some way that you just can't parlay certain things together.
Right. Okay, so receiving 4, 3, 5, 2, 3. So for the most part, he's hitting 2 to 3. What are they saying here? Oh, but how many yards is he getting? Damn, do you think combined he can get over 88? Combined.
Rush. I was about to say, there's no way he's getting 90 receiving yards.
Facts, bro. I'm definitely gonna get signed up for this. Have you heard about Super Draft Pro? It's like backed by MGM. It's kind of like a FanDuel.
Yeah, I have heard about that. Yeah.
I'm about to start playing on that. Like starting next week. I got so hyped with all these fucking new sports books that I need to get back into some dailies and not overextend myself all on sports books. But I think I want to take the over on rushing and receiving on Najee.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad one.
Oh, I can't combine that.
It's probably because you have the
over.
Yeah, maybe on that. Yeah.
Nope.
Maybe it's the touchdowns then.
I don't know. That's weird that I can't combine that, but whatever.
I don't think you can take that anytime touchdown score. I think he's going to get a touchdown in this game.
Yeah, I do too. And then let's see receiver props. Deontay Johnson over 60, Claypool over 42.
You can't even throw Juju in one of those.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? You really can't even throw Juju in there. Damn, I wish that it wasn't like alternate props. Like, you could bet the under though.
Yeah.
Oh wow, if he gets 50 yards, that's a nice little bounce.
Oh wow, that is, yeah.
40 yards is even not that bad. I think he can get 40 yards.
Yeah.
Is he playing? Damn, I think I'll take him with the
crazy thing is about these is if you put a player in there and he only plays one snap and then doesn't play the rest of the game, it still counts against your bet.
Ugh. Freiermuth over 25? I think that's possible, but not probable. Let me look at Freiermuth. I'm about to fucking.
I think he's had a couple of decent games over the year.
Pat Fryer. 53, 22, 30, 30. Okay, what is it?
25.
I'm gonna do it. Ooh. Okay, so I got Mecole Hardman, the Chiefs, Najee anytime, Najee over 63, Hill over 40, Kelsey over 40, Freiermuth over 25.
That ain't bad.
Deontay Johnson over 30, over 40. Deontay Johnson over 25.
That jumps it up big.
So you know what? Let me do this. I'm going to put all those guys down to 25. So 25 yards Kelsey, 25 yards Hill, 25 yards Johnson, 25 yards Freiermuth, who's the fucking ballsiest one of them all. Najee over 63, Najee anytime, Hardman over 25, Chiefs winning this game, and I win fucking 165. Let me do a rushing with They don't have any alt receiving for rushing props. Those bastards. Those bastards. I was gonna throw some of those shits in there. Is there an alt prop for alt prop for Mahomes? Mahomes over 225?
Yeah, I think that's a given.
Ooh, that doesn't do much. Mahomes over 250. Mahomes over 200. Ben Roethlisberger over 200. 250. I don't know how much I feel about that. Passing TDs over under 2 over under 2 for Ben Roethlisberger. I think that's interesting. Do you think Ben can get 2 TDs in this game?
I think he can,
but
I think like
I said, anytime Najee, so Najee can get a passing TD and that still counts.
Yeah.
So, what if I take Freiermuth out? That's still $97 right there. But I think I'm definitely going to keep Freiermuth in there. That's nice spice for a guy that I think could do that. And let's, instead of Travis Kelce 25, let's do Travis Kelce 40. Popular. Alternate spread. Alternate total points. Oh, what's the alternate total points here? I think it'd be over 32. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 34. Over 38. Over 38. Over 40. I think 40 is not bad.
No, I don't think this game's going to be like it was their last matchup. I know there's a pretty good chance that Pittsburgh gets blown out, but I still think Pittsburgh puts up more than 10 points in a playoff scenario.
Right. So I think it would be over 40 points total for the game, though, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
But is it worth it for $30 more to risk that?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest risk on there, honestly.
Yeah. Because everything is really low except for Najee rushing over 6.
Yeah.
But we just saw how bad they are versus the run.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna beat Mahomes, you gotta fucking I don't know if I should drop Kelce to 25 just to be safe.
I just put one more in. This is probably gonna lock my last bet in for the weekend.
Yeah.
I got one. So I do this thing. I listen to this local radio show, and I'll text in and ask the host his correct score prediction for. Usually it's the Chargers games, and I think I told you this yesterday about my correct score prediction with the Chiefs Chargers game, but it was flipped. But now for the playoffs, I'm doing. I'm letting him pick his favorite game of the weekend, and he tells me what he thinks the score is going to be, and then I'll place like $5-6 on it for the correct score, and it wins me $1,000. If it hits, then I'll donate half of it to some charity that he wants to donate it to, and then I'll just pocket the rest.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, damn. But that's what I got on Arizona Rams. He predict. I think Arizona takes it, but he predicted Rams 27, Arizona 21. $5 wins me like 1,080, or $6 wins me 1,080.
That's not bad at all.
That's very hard to do. That correct score. That's a tough one. I haven't hit one yet.
Yeah, I think that's one of the toughest ones.
Yeah.
All right. So I bet 10 to win 175. I think that's going to make that game interesting. And then I guess we'll just land the plane with a quick one here. So we have the game that we both like here, the Cardinals versus the Rams. I think the Cardinals could pull out this upset. I think it's going to be a really good game, though, because it's a division matchup. Two teams that know each other pretty good. Two good head coaches. I think that the reason why the Cardinals pull it out is because I like Kyler Murray more than I like Stafford. I think Stafford's been struggling, but we can't deny that Rams defensive front.
Yep.
So you got anything on that?
One thing to think about is Matt Stafford's thrown 8 picks in his last 4 games, but over that same stretch, they're 3-1. They lost that one game to San Francisco last week, and Arizona is
They've been struggling, but you're getting a healthy Kyler Murray now who's getting a little bit of rhythm.
Yeah. I do agree. I think in their last 9, Arizona's 3-6.
Yeah. But remember, they had a lot of backup quarterbacks in their last 9.
They did. Yeah.
I think that team's going to be interesting. And I might come on for a little bit tomorrow before the game and just kind of, spitball that, maybe put it in or something. So,
yeah, just let me know what time. Sure. And I'll be home probably around 5:15.
Oh, perfect. And I'm working from home tomorrow. So that works perfect.
Cool.
All right. So we'll do a little bit more breakdown on the Cardinals and Rams tomorrow for everyone.
Perfect.
Dave, you got anything for the people as we sign off? And if you want to give them a spot where they can follow you for more bets and picks?
No, just good luck if you placed any of our bets in there. Hopefully we come home with some money. That's my Twitter handle down there at the bottom right there. So if you want to follow me on there, you can. I don't have Instagram. I just have that. Yep. But yeah, until tomorrow. Good luck, everybody.
Yep. And for me, that's my Twitter handle as well, TDS Taco. I'll be on tomorrow. Like I said, we'll go over some of these bets, and during the whole postseason, we'll be doing bets, pretty much just showing you what's going on. Like you see, we don't do anything too crazy like betting thousands of dollars. Instead, we like to bet $10 and figure out how we could turn a 10 into 300 instead of trying to do the other where I'm betting 300 and trying to win 3,000. We ain't living that life. But
I saw this video. Julian Edelman dropped $100K on Bucs Super Bowl. Pays out $4.1 million.
Because there was no chance in.
Yeah, it's a quick way to throw away $100,000.
You already know. But when you got it, right?
Yep, I guess.
All right. Until next time, people. You already know. Peace.
TDS Blitz, TDS Blitz, #1 fantasy sports show, about to get it popping like this. TDS Blitz, represented like that. The dopest fantasy football podcast. This is what you need. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Talking strategies and more. Helping you to win. From player rankings, waiver pickups and more. TDS Blitz, keep